In the firearms creation space, one of the things that's not talked about a lot is training and getting out there and receiving training from a reputable company. We are down in Chillicothe, Ohio, getting night vision training from Jawless Hog Tactical. For myself personally, I have zero experience with night vision whatsoever. So we came into the class yesterday, started off with the classroom portion. They went through a bunch of nomenclature, went through how to set up and actually apply and attach your nods to your helmet, how to adjust your helmet properly, how to put a mount on there. They went through all the different mounting types and solutions, different types of night vision that you can use. And then on top of all of this, what I think is really nice is the humble nature of the instructors themselves. Nick and Blue, they've done a great job at being humble and not, let's say, making a bad training environment. They're making it an environment that's welcoming to somebody that's in law enforcement as well as civilians. And in addition to that, new people or beginners, and getting you started at the crawl stage. They also make it a very welcoming environment by saying you do not have to buy all of your equipment to come to this course. You can come to the course, you can rent night vision gear, lasers, the nods, all that stuff, and they'll show you how to set it all up so you can come and learn how to use that stuff and understand what you may want before you go out and drop a bunch of coin on these products. So yesterday what we mostly focused on was a lot of the crawl stages of night vision. So again, we went through setup, we went through actually mounting your IR laser and your IR illuminator on your gun. On my gun here, I have a Steiner D-Ball A3 civilian model. We'll get into a little bit of that here later, but got this mounted up there, got it zeroed. They showed us how to zero. They went through 3 types of zeroing: converging zero, parallel, and infinity. Ended up going with parallel zero for this rifle myself, 50 yards. It's really simple. Had you told me that it would be so simple to actually accomplish that, I never would have believed you, because for me it was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But with this, I got to see from the very beginning stages on how you do that. They ran us through how to zero your laser with your rifle and made it really, really simple. It was good to go through and get that done. So everybody got their IR lasers zeroed on their rifles. We learned how to adjust your night vision under darkness, complete darkness with IR illumination. We played catch for the soccer ball and also kicked it a little bit. We played catch for the tennis ball. And it's interesting trying to understand how to, let's say, catch a ball under night vision. And in particular, learning differences between dual tubes and single tubes. So you see, I do have dual tubes here. These were on loan from Low Light Innovations. Fantastic model. That's the LLUL21. They're absolutely phenomenal. They are just working out really well. They're very lightweight battery pack on my helmet. But learning how to adjust that, how to adjust to both eyes and get them set up, and how to see a perfectly clear image, or as clear as possible, through night vision was good to see as well, because at the end of the day, like I said, I had no idea how to set up any of this stuff. Could I have learned it on YouTube? Sure. But getting to learn it from people who know how to set it up and simplify it and break it down into class and show real world applications and go into legalities of using night vision, let's say in self-defense if you were going to, was really good to see as well. I certainly appreciate that coming from a law enforcement background, and I appreciate it too because I think it's important for civilians to understand the legalities behind it. And I also think it's important too for civilians to understand how to set up night vision, how to law enforcement to set up night vision. And they went into all of that stuff to help us out. So today we're going to be going into some shooting drills to start the day. We're going to work on weapons transitions and get a baseline for everybody, and then we're supposed to be ramping things up and go into doing all the same stuff basically under nods. They talked about doing some competitions and things like that, which I'm really looking forward to, let's say running and gunning, doing some more dynamic things. That stuff's a lot of fun in general, but you definitely got to start at the beginning stages. So we're going to get into that stuff today, and it should be a good day. What I want to do now is run you through my entire setup that I'm using this weekend. My rifle, we'll start there because it's usually the most popular. This is Sons of Liberty Gunworks M489, 13.7 inch pinned and welded to 16 overall. Rifle's been fantastic so far. I'm interested to see how it continues to work. Steiner D-Ball up here on the front, this A3 civilian model. Got it from Steiner, purchased it with my own money because I wanted to try it. On here, this is the HRT AWLS Lite, which has the omnidirectional pressure pad or switch here on the back. I have a little pressure switch there. Sling retention here, LWS is what it is. It works decent. I'm running a Savvy Sniper sling on my rifle. Outside the rifle, for me personally, my most favorite gun to shoot is my Shadow Systems DR920L. I shoot this pistol really well. I enjoy it a lot. You see I have it set up with Streamlight TLR1 HL, and then also on here, a Trijicon RMR. This setup is fantastic. This pistol is 100% reliable through close to 4,000 rounds right now. I run all 19 round magazines, the Glock 19X type mags. The carrier I'm wearing, HRT Tactical, this is going to be the HRAC carrier. I have level 3+ special threat plates in here, side soft armor here on the quick release cummerbund, Maximus placard, 2 magazines, tourniquet, cloud defensive handheld light. Up here on the front of the pouches, I actually still have my handcuffs in here because this is a vest that I wear on duty. Inside here, I have a survival blanket, wound packing gauze down on the bottom here. You see I actually have another pouch that's like a hanger pouch. With that hanger pouch, I have a bunch of products in there as well. I have an MPA in there, I've got wound packing gauze, I've got pressure dressings. I've got tons of stuff like that on me. I always keep that on me, especially for courses, in addition to that for real world scenarios. The belt I'm wearing, HRT ARC belt. I've worn the ARC belt now for a little while, over a year. This is still the original one that I got from them last fall, and it's been a fantastic belt. I wear this one in real life again because I really like it. It's really comfortable for me, and I have no intentions of ever changing just because I do like the belt so much. The belt here, 1110 gear, tourniquet pouch on here. You see I'm running a drop blade for Water Tactical, and that's also for my pistol that I have actually modified the holster and clips to have a QLS from Safariland. So I carry 2 magazines on my belt, another additional one on the rear for a rifle, a med kit or an IFAK on the back as well. So all my gear here it's set up in a way that I like to do it, and that's probably one of the biggest things, that when you're running all this gear, know where all your equipment is. And I think that that's really going to show paramount when we get into the night vision stuff, because when you're wearing nods, you have to either look below your nods, then it's dark, and you got to know where all your stuff is without looking for it also. It needs to be muscle memory. So training really helps build that in. It'll be interesting to see how this setup runs in complete darkness. We finished up our night vision operator class from Jawless Hog Tactical, and what an experience it was. Absolutely nothing but positive vibes from it. Learned an absolute crap ton about using night vision, shooting under night vision, shooting under white light underneath your night vision, using an IR laser, using basically any type of aiming solution you need for low light or no light. And it was phenomenal to get to see all that stuff. We did some stuff under stress. We did shooting around others, shooting with a little bit of movement around other people, shooting targets, transitions from rifle to pistol, you name it, and we likely did it. Really great to see all that stuff. Certainly learned how to utilize night vision properly, learned how to set it up. Obviously the class instruction periods were fantastic. I really got a chance to run a bunch of different gear that I like to use. Sons of Liberty Gunworks rifle, DR920L, HRT carrier that I always wear this one at work as well. Belt ARC system from HRT as well, Team Wendy helmet, and then on top here, Cadex Defense mount, and the Low Light Innovations LL-UL21 nods. Function absolutely perfect, but more importantly, you guys need to stay tuned, because what we're gonna end up doing is a follow-up video where we're gonna do a full review of my entire night vision setup for the course and go over every single detail, and in particular, the LL-UL21 nods from Low Light Innovations. What I can really say is the instructors at Jawless Hog Tactical for teaching the class did an excellent job at encompassing everything and making everybody feel welcome, regardless whether you were a straight civilian, had law enforcement or military experience. Everybody felt welcome, and I think everybody learned something. They did a really great job. And having a firearms background and firearms instructor background for myself, it was nice getting to see that stuff. And I think that they truly did a great job running a safe range too, especially with a lot of folks who had never really shot around other people and doing it under night vision too. And again, they taught us everything we needed to know. I probably can't recommend their course or class enough. It was very, very instructional, very useful, and on top of all that, welcoming and a perfect class for somebody looking to get into night vision and learning how to shoot under night vision.